Oh.
Oh my! Oh shit! Oh. Alexa, play cliche.
No, I'm streaming. Do not do that. We will get copyrighted out the ass so fast. Can you hear me okay?
Alrighty, what do we talk about?
Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is how long we've actually been working on this shit. Like,
Well,
do you remember?
back in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
You got me into writing music, of course, because I thought it was a great hobby.
Right, right.
And I decided, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put out some songs.
Yeah, you did.
And when I started putting, yeah, they're all right. They're all right.
What were they? There was like 3 of them. I remember 2. There was Sad Love Song and there was Blank Space. There was like 2 others I forget the names of.
No, not blank space, blank sheet.
Blank Sheet, that one. What were the other 2?
Well, you got, of course, Lie Awake.
I meant that came out
Yeah.
then. Came out then. Like,
Then, dang. Misunderstood.
that's one of them. What was the other one?
Oh, I can't even remember, dude.
Yeah, well, there was another one. And I remember, so the main thing we wanted to do was work on music, but we didn't write anything original. So we did that that cover of Fuck You Goodbye by Kid Leroy and MGK. Honestly, at that point, whenever we put that out, I thought we completely killed that. If I looked back at that now, I'd probably think it was awful. Do you probably feel the same about that?
To be fair, we weren't really like recording on nothing good.
Yeah, what were we? We were using just like I think it was Audacity on my computer.
Instrumental.
I think it was
It was
Audacity.
literally just. It was literally just a microphone,
Mhm.
Audacity, and then a instrumental under it.
Bro, like that was an insane first shot we had, and the fact that I had you singing the high parts and me doing the low parts when I'm the higher singer and you're the lower singer.
Yep. Now we understand.
Oh, I wanted to be Kells so bad. I wanted to be MGK so bad. The fact that I just kind of like, oh wait, you don't need to do that. I could do that. But nah, and then after that, oh, did you start? I don't remember how it started. Did you start Backstab or did I?
I did.
You started Backstab, because I still have a note in my phone. I'm actually gonna hold on.
Backstab was technically, it was started in my junior class. I started that in my junior high, not my junior high, my junior year English class. Like it was like fifth period. I just found it instrumental and just started writing something that I thought it'd sound good.
Okay, so I think I found the part that you wrote. I remember I did add on to it and helped you write, but I'm gonna send the thing. I'm just gonna make it to where we all could see it here. Hold on. Let me click off this real quick.
Stop.
What?
Get copyrighted.
Okay, so this that I'm showing on stream right now is the first thing that we had. Um, I know you wrote the first part. I'm pretty sure I added the when you cheated to hit like a train thing. I feel like we each added like we both wrote your verse. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, yeah. That was my first. That was my first time writing. Like actually,
Oh yeah, that was hella fun, hella fun.
bad,
And then
bad.
and then and then do you remember how much shit we got at school? Oh my god. Oh my god. It was something to behold, wasn't it?
I'm just happy that Backstab was like the first thing that we made, and then I was like, you know what? The second thing, the actual original thing that we made together, and then we were like, man, this shit's ass. Let's work on something better.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, I'm pretty sure like at this point we both like just despise backstab. Like and I feel like if we went
Well,
back
I still bump it.
I feel like
I
if we
still bump it.
I feel like if we went back and redid it, maybe for a deluxe or something, it would sound better, but I'm not going to poke that right now. But then after that, I reached out to you to be on my album Kill the Machine. Do you remember that?
I remember that very, very, very nicely.
So, hold on, let me Okay, so this right here was the beginning of it. This is, I mean, you won't be able to see it, but this is your verse that I'm showing. I don't remember. Was this one of the ones that you wrote at my place, or did you write this on your own, like on your own time? Because I remember with one we'll get to later that you wrote it like at my house, like a day of.
Yes.
So you wrote that on your own time, or do you not remember?
I don't know.
I mean, I've slept since then, so I probably don't know either. I do.
Stream still says starting soon.
I know, but we're just talking. It'll be able to hear us. Nah, it should be fine. And
You could have just put it in the Discord.
what do you mean?
You could you okay. Keep going, keep going.
I do remember, and I did it for this album as well. I edited Sad World to where if you have one headphone in, you'll hear one of us on the chorus, and if you have another one in, you'll hear both. But depending on which headphone you're wearing, I'm pretty sure you're on the left side and I'm on the right side. And I feel like that builds the space that I wanted in this song. And I remember just how fun it was to write, the little outro we did on this song. literally
Oh my gosh,
something
damn it.
completely by accident, and you said, "Oh my god, we should keep that." Oh, it was to the ones that were here along the ride, I love you. For the ones that hate me, I love you too. And you said penis, and then I said cock, and then we laugh. And it was just kind of
Yeah.
it was just kind of out of nowhere. And after I hit stop record, you were like, "Oh my god, we should keep that." And I was like, "You know what? You're right." And then we did the intro, blah blah blah. Toxic Lips was next. Do you remember what night we recorded that?
Toxic Lips.
Yeah.
It was actually the day of our homecoming.
Yeah, that is so completely fucking right. I remember that because part of me, I remember we talked about just releasing it that night and getting the DJ to play it there, which was a dumb idea. But I remember this is when I was getting into like my heavier shit. So the chorus of it has some screaming in it, and then I also had you do some screaming in it. Like you screamed bitch in the background at the end of your verse, right? Mm-hmm. And that's probably out of the songs that we made at that point, that was my favorite, no doubt. Do you agree?
I wouldn't say out of the songs that we've. If you're saying out of the songs or like what we've done, there, it's a close. It's a close.
Okay, so that
Yeah.
was Toxic Lips, and then next, what I think is the best song that we've written. What song do you think that is?
Start with an A.
Oh yeah, it does.
Anything to keep you happy
Oh
is
yeah.
one of the best songs that I've ever got to be a part of. One of the best songs I actually enjoyed.
I remember because I literally had my part written and I was just like singing my part, and you were sitting over on my bed writing your verse the whole time. And then we did like a one take of your verse, and then I'm trying to think. I don't remember exactly. Hold on, let me look at the top of my note here. December. It looks like we wrote this on the 11th of December of 2024. Do you remember why we wrote this?
I don't think we did write it on the December of 2024.
Well, maybe that's when I edited it. Do you know when it was originally written?
This was during your was this on Kill the Machine?
No, 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 no. So this would have been after Symbols, actually, because Toxic Lips was on Symbols. This was,
Oh, was it on Pop?
yeah, this was on Pop, which was my third studio album, if you want to call it that. I'm trying to think, cause
I feel like this was like on a random weekday.
you're probably right. But do you remember why we were writing this? Do you remember why we picked the subject that we did?
Again, I did sleep, so I'm trying to figure it
All
out
right,
real quick.
so I'm not gonna name drop because I'm not that guy, but there was this chick that you were talking to that you felt like the only way you could get her attention was like buying her stuff or like keeping her entertained and shit like that. You remember that?
Now I do.
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
But I remember you talking to me about that. Hell, that was the night of that was the night of homecoming that we thought about that, wasn't it? Because that was the night everything went down, right? I'm not gonna go into detail, obviously, but you know what I'm talking about.
Bro, like we we made a song, and then we were then the night of homecoming, and they're like, okay, we're making another song.
Well, I mean, that's what feelings do. I mean, literally, one of the parts in here. I'm trying to find it. Trying to find it.
Remember, this like
When when
this
did this happen? And are you sure you don't want anything to do with me anymore? Was it? What is it then? I'll get rid of my friends if that's what you want me to do. I'll buy you stuff when you ask me to, and I won't get mad if you complain. Why do you do this? I keep on asking. I'm just having a hard time grasping. I feel like this is one of the more popular songs we've written because I feel like at this point I was going through it too with the relationship that I was in. I don't feel like I was. I don't feel like I was. It was as stable as it should have been, and I felt like that went into the emotion of the song a lot, which is why it's one of my favorite songs on my profile. You were saying something?
I was, I was basically saying like, of course, like this song talks about like what happened with me, but it also talks about what happened with you,
Right.
and like how literally what you just said.
And then, well, shit, are we caught up?
Um, Eclipse, there, Sad World.
We talked about Sad World.
We did?
Yeah.
Did we?
Yes.
Dude, like again, we're recording / streaming this at 3 o'clock in the goddamn.
That's when it's the most fun, obviously. I gotta make sure I'm live,
I got work
actually.
in 12
Okay,
hours.
I am. I'm live. So, the next one, oh, I don't know if it'll pull up here. I'm actually just gonna pull up the artwork on Apple Music, because all the artwork's changed over now. I don't know if I told you that.
Yes, if you did.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
And
Okay.
plus, like, hey, no, shared it. It popped up anyway.
So, I remember whenever we started this idea for an album, I don't think Drugged was the one that we wrote first, but I know Drugged was the one we released first. Do you remember which one we wrote first?
Scenario.
Huh?
Oh, let me pull up my notes real quick.
I'm trying to
Let
think.
me pull up my.
Because I'm more than positive that Drugged wasn't the first one we made.
For the album, no.
Do you remember which one it was?
Hmm. Okay, let me just go to my notes real quick. Sorry. It might take a minute.
You're all good.
Mm,
I feel like, because I want to say Against All Odds or Scenario.
It was Scenario.
I thought it was Scenario. Dude, that song is crazy in itself because literally we took a existing beat based on a Fortnite emote and made a banger song out of it that's supposed to be on the album. And then literally we just like kept writing and kept writing. I actually do remember us talking about how many tracks we think there should be. And I said that we should aim for 30, but do as many as we feel like is necessary. And we still got 30. Which is insane, to be completely honest, because I don't think I've ever worked on this much music in this time limit in my life. But, do you remember what like, your verse? What brought your verse about? In your own words.
Drugged?
Mm-hmm.
Well, when you sent me the beat, I was going through a tough time with a certain person with in a certain like friend group.
Right, right, right.
Um, and when I tried to explain my situation to them, they would never listen. The only way that I can get them to actually listen to me is, of course, do it through what I do it through what I know that can get through them.
Yeah,
Talking about it through a song.
can you actually like do you have like your verse on hand that you could like send to the Discord so I can show?
Yeah,
So I remember I don't know if you know this or
I
not.
hope so. I hope so.
I don't know if you know this or not, but what inspired Drugged was actually oh fuck, I just told someone this the other day. Hold on. I don't think you'll know. I think it'll shock you. Oh, so actually Novocaine by Connor Kaufman inspired me to start writing Drugs. Did you know that?
No.
Well, I wanted like a big like boomy chorus like he had. That's the main thing I wanted to go for, but I also didn't want it to feel like that I was ripping it off. Oh, there's your verse. So I remember you sent this to me and I was like, "Damn, that's personal." Do you feel like this is the most personal thing you've written?
Um, Honestly, no.
What do you think is the most? Is that like a song with us, or is that a song that you made yourself?
Um, well, I say, I guess if you want to say this, I can't really like. I say to like the one that we made. This is like one. I can't speak. The one that goes off of the album
Mm-hmm.
is probably is the personal one, but like I do have another one that's super personal that's in the vault and no one has heard it yet, not even you.
So, like, is that one of those songs that you're planning on putting out, or like ones you're gonna keep to yourself? Because I have scrapped songs from Kill the Machine, from Symbols, from Pop, from Not So Great LGW that I'm just keeping because they're special to me. Songs like, I think some of them are on SoundCloud. I have songs like Faceless, and there was Heart Racer. There was a few. Is that one of those songs that'll come out, or do you think you'll keep that one with you?
Honestly, I feel like I'm gonna step away from like our album real quick to talk about this part.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. This is about anything, honestly.
Okay. With this, with the song that I'm talking about, I feel like a lot of artists in general scrap a lot of things
Right.
that like really should never be scrapped.
Right. I get that.
So I scrapped a lot of things, but I believe this song that is gonna come out, because I am gonna put it out.
Okay.
But I think when this song comes out, it'll actually like it'll actually help like people who go through like stuff that I go through. Hopefully it helps them like in their own way. It's a very it's not like it's a personal song, but I feel like with the lyrics that I wrote with it, it I feel like it can be towards an audience. That's what I'm trying to go for, really.
So you're trying to relate to people.
Yes.
Okay. I feel like that's what I feel like that's like the whole point of what we're doing. Um, as me being someone that just scrapped a whole album, I don't know if you know that. I completely agree with you. But I'm showing it on screen right now. This is all lyrics to a scrapped album I had. It was gonna be called Philophobia, which is described as the fear of falling in love. But I'm wanting to take a step back after this album, obviously, and try and actually like learn how to do the stuff that I'm doing. And yeah, that's why this whole album right here, like I think 18 tracks worth, is just like never gonna see the light of day. And I feel like it's better that way because you know the reason I wrote this album, right?
Um, yes and no.
So it was all based around my situationship. I literally sat down for like a week straight and wrote a whole album just full of like just like some things I meant, some things I didn't, just full of like mean shit. I mean, it was shit that I was feeling, but it was. I mean, looking at it now, it's just kind of silly, and that's why I dropped that. I've dropped things like that in the past. With my first album that I turned into Kill the Machine, it was originally called Fuck Love. I had a track called Fuck Love that, funnily enough, 4 years apart, is about the same person. But I looked at it and I was like, nah, this ain't it. Do you have any songs that you've ever written that you regret writing?
Hmm. Yes.
What is it?
Um. Hold on. I'm guessing more of my 'cause I had a song titled "Ghost of You," and like I actually wanted you to be honored of when we
Right, I
talked about it.
remember that was on a rough draft for the album track list, along with
And
Set It Off and other
yeah,
things.
and I was like I was like trying day after day, week after week. Like I was trying to get my voice to like try to sound good on it, and I just couldn't because it's not it's not something that I would usually do. But
I f-
now
Go
I
ahead.
still have like I mean I still have the instrumental, I still have all the lyrics. I haven't fully scrapped it yet, but I do have a feeling if I actually want to try it again, I think I can do it now.
You think you could?
Because
I feel like from what I
well,
heard, whenever you left your phone at my house, your voice sounded a little strained, so you were probably tired from doing takes. So if you did like a one good take of that, I feel like it would sound great, honestly.
I mean I think it would be too, but just trying to get I want to get my voice and like I want to get my voice like enough time to heal.
Right, because
You
after
too.
this album, we've done so much music in the past like 3 fucking months. My voice hasn't been the same in a little bit. I actually haven't been able to do any of the heavier shit because of that. But I'm having fun with it, and as long as we're having fun with it, that's all that matters, I think, in my opinion. Um, did I tell you the idea that Colton brought up?
Nitrous?
Nitrogen, nitrogen. That's him. I'm gonna pull. I'll pull up. I'll pull up his Instagram real quick. He normally does my artwork. Let me. Oh, he did change it to nitrous. The fuck? When did he do that?
Yeah, I knew that.
Huh. Okay. Well, he's helped me on some tracks.
Uploading.
Huh?
Go on.
He helped me on some tracks. He did artwork. He had this idea that I take my old Fender that I haven't used in years. I take it into the guitar shop Saturday, see how much I can get for it, and buy Ethan a bass. And he said he'd play drums, and he said I just need to find a few more people, and he'd want to do like a band. That's one of the main reasons I bought the guitar. Let me pull that up real quick. I bought the guitar that I have. I was actually going to ask you if you wanted to be a part of that. There's no pressure. I mean, if you don't want to, you don't want to. I just thought since you're my best friend, I thought I'd ask.
Personally, no.
Huh?
Personally, to be completely honest, no.
Okay. And I respect it. Is it because of the vibe we're going for?
Well, like, never really thought of myself being into a band, like in a band.
That's fair.
And like, that's cool and all, but as of right now, I'm more of a solo artist. So maybe if you guys actually like get the idea, or like, well, you guys already have the idea, but like
Right.
actually get it going,
Y-
maybe I can join it.
Yeah, I feel like what I'd want, right? I'm planning on doing like the clean and also like rough vocals, but I need someone to do like the lower tones, and I feel like you'd be good at that because you have a naturally lower voice than me. This is just what I sound like at 3 in the morning. This isn't normal.
I'm not tapping out of it.
All right.
It'll be on the table.
I understand that. Let me. Oh, I'm actually gonna. Since I'm streaming, I'm going to pull up the post real quick of our album, the cover art and whatnot. Let me look at this shit. There we go. So, whenever we went and got this cover, I actually don't think this was the photo we were going to use for the cover art. Am I right about that? I feel like the original idea was us to get it on the bridge. Do you remember that?
So the entire like cover shoot was like it was. We had plans about doing like it on the bridge first of all, because that's what we picked,
Right.
and then it looked good, but I think that in my personal, like, I guess, believing,
Uh huh.
I believe that the water and us standing in front of it looked 10 times more better than us on the bridge.
I completely agree with that, honestly. I'm gonna show some of the pictures on stream. I'm not gonna show some of the others because we obviously have plans for them. But um, I'll show a picture of Colton. So Colton was the one that did our photo shoot. I remember it was like raining. Do you remember that? Like halfway through.
Actually, it wasn't raining halfway through. It was raining that entire day. It like started like pouring bad.
Yeah, I remember at one point Colton was just kind of like, "Yo, let's just get these and get out of here." But what are your like, honest to God, your opinions on the jerseys that I picked out for us?
Um, it matches us because I'm be on be honest, you're the type of dude that like you love pink,
Oh yeah, love it.
and I love black. I always love black.
Yeah,
So I think the smartest thing was, since we're doing it together, adding your accent, like adding your primary, which is pink, and then my primary, which acts like an accent color, which is black. Kind of sums it up.
I agree with that. What were your thoughts on the symbolism of the chain? Do you get what I was trying to go through with that?
To be honest, when we posted that, I didn't really understand. We were supposed to use that one, but I do like the one with the chain more.
Oh yeah. So the whole point of the chain, um, it's a lock around a chain. I don't see many people rock something like that, so that's why I wanted to do that. The symbolism around it is basically saying like you feel like you're trapped. You feel like you can't move because I mean, if it's locked around your neck, you can't exactly take it off. It's like you're being held back from something. And seeing it be hung up chain and all on the side of a bridge, which is actually where I left it, believe it or not. I actually don't have that with me anymore. It symbolizes that we're now free from that. These feelings that we had, like doubt, like when it came to like making an album in general. Because I remember, oh, we've tried making projects so many times, dude. Do you remember how many times we've tried to make a project?
I think it's more times than I can count. We thought about. I thought about doing like. I thought about us doing like a small EP together.
Do you remember the names of any of them?
Um, I had one in mind. Oh, I forgot. I can't remember now, but it was
So
just something to do with both names.
so one of them was GW and Kid Kurves After Hours, and I literally feel like what we were trying to do was just like make songs for vibes. Like I remember one of them was very sexual in a way. Not me and you obviously, but just like in general.
I mean, good thing for the context. We had a sensual like type of song. You remember the name of it?
The song that had like that was vulgar or
Yeah, sure.
Jennifer's body. I found it. I found it.
No.
I found it. I found it. I found it. I don't know. This might be too. This might be too hot for the YouTube algorithm. I don't know if you could handle it. There we go. So that's the cover art we were gonna use. Megan Fox looking like Megan Fox, and we were gonna call it Jennifer's Body. I actually feel like at one point we had that as an idea to go on Rhythms of the Unknown, but I'm pretty sure we scrapped that. Am I right on that?
Yeah.
And I feel like, oh fuck, I forgot the other one. Do you remember the 10-minute track that we that we took from the album?
Ah, hypothetically.
Hypothetically, dude, I remember that whole idea in my head. I was gonna have us do like a Marshall Mathers, Slim Shady type of like serial killer type of shit, which I mean we still have a track like that on the album, but I wanted us to do one that had like multiple beat switches, multiple stories in it. And it was like a 10-minute long track, and I actually think that was one of the like last tracks that we cut just because we saw how much of a problem it would be to make. And seeing how half of the album is already 45 minutes, I don't really feel like putting a whole 10-minute track on it would have would have helped the case.
Oh my gosh, like how much how adding 10 minutes would like make the album like I think almost 2 hours.
I feel like you're right. What is your favorite? Oh, let me pull up the track list real quick. What is your favorite song that we've written for this album?
Okay. Can I have more than one?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I think the one that we've like written.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god. Besides the mismatch, besides that one double word about that. Sorry about that. It'd be fine. Um, it would probably have to be one of our tracks that we haven't released yet, and that has to be Bonkers.
Oh yeah, Bonkers. I literally remember recording that shit in my basement, in like not in my room, but like in the open room, and just like having so much fun with that, and hearing how much fun you're having on it. It was such an interesting because you came to me with that track after we scrapped hypothetically, right?
Yes, I found a nice person who gave me a sick beat, sent it to you, and I was like, "Hey, let's make something on this." Listen to the beat together, and then was like, "What can we do to make this?" Sounds like an Eminem type beat, so we're like, might as well try it.
It does.
And in my opinion, it has to be like literally my favorite song off the album.
I agree with that.
It's like
Um,
it's not the best. If it's not like the best song off the album, it's a close second.
yeah, I feel like um, yeah, when it comes, so there's like six different genres we're dealing with here. When it comes to like the rap ones, I feel like Bonkers my favorite, slowly followed by Rhythm slash Unknown. When it comes to the hard rock stuff, there's only Rise Up and Toxic Lips. I'm gonna take Toxic Lips on that one. And then on the pop punk, I mean, there's a few. Obviously, I want to pick Anything to Keep You Happy as the main one because like nostalgia trip. But in second place,
I put it on there twice.
it's so good he put it on there twice. I feel like in second place, under Anything to Keep You Happy, I feel like I'd put Addicted. I like that track a lot. I actually rewrote the chorus to that thing 3 fucking times. Do you remember that? And then we have the softer stuff. I actually feel like my favorite written song of the album is Dreams. And that's because I feel like a lot of people can resonate with that whole idea of looking at reality and looking at what we want reality to be and kind of like trying to push them together and not seeing that happen. And then on the covers, man, whenever we heard that Brian Burkheiser was leaving I Prevail, we decided we should do a cover, and I feel like Let Me Be Sad was a great cover to do for that. And then the interludes. Wyatt, you talk to them about how we came with the idea for interludes.
I don't know if it's the same way that you and I talked about it, but I was telling you that since we wrote a lot of songs together, I feel like we would go ahead and just put like one song of us, just of us,
Right,
like just you.
I completely agree with that. Your safe interlude, I've heard that shit. That shit's fire. My interlude, World on Fire, is
Fire, it's insane.
it
I
is it
love it.
is it is so good, dude. I literally wrote that like in my bed at like 3 in the morning, which is when my head is like the most clear. It feels like that's why I'm doing this shit at 3 in the morning right now. How about you?
Plus,
Go ahead.
well, hold on, and plus, the interlude part, it technically is like it's like our title. It's like our intro to us.
Right.
So like whenever they listen to Save, they'll basically be like, "Man, this is what he was going through," or like, "This is what he was feeling during that time."
Right.
Like people will understand, and then on your side, it should correlate with the same thing, kind of like, "This is what he was feeling," like and all that.
I agree with that. So I want you to do what I just did. Out of the genres that we have up there, pick your favorite from each genre.
From each genre.
Uh huh.
So you're gonna have to give me like, well, we have a lot of genres that I can't really like
So the
formulate.
main ones are rap, hard rock, pop, punk, and then we got some covers, um, emo, rap, and we got a country song on there. So pick your favorite from each genre. Because I mean, you wrote these, you would know what song goes into what.
I hope so. Bro put me on the spot and I'm scared.
Well, I mean, I had to do it.
For I'll go cover then real quick.
All
I
right.
think I do love our Fake Love Don't Last cover. I really
Mm-hmm.
do. But I think Hey Bennett will beat it out of the ballpark.
Oh, I think it will too. I feel like, considering the situation that the song is
It
about,
makes a lot of sense.
it does. It does. It makes so much sense. Next one.
Give me the genre real quick. Maybe that can help me.
Emo rap. So that's Her,
Oh,
Fall, and Sad World, I believe.
yeah, that's correct. Her Fall or Sad World. Oh, definitely her.
Yeah, I feel like that's the one. I also rewrote my verse on that one as well. Um,
Her
that's
made me feel some type of way, dude.
it's a good track. It's a good track. The pop stuff, which would be Sunset, Color, Bed Sheets, Friends, and Dreams.
Can you repeat that?
Sunset, Color, Bed Sheets, Friends, Dreams.
Dreams.
I agree with that, dude. Dreams just feels crazy. I played it in my car today, and it felt crazy in that way. So the rock punk stuff, we've got Off the Menu, Addicted, Drugged, Anything to Keep You Happy, and Anything to Keep You Happy. Which which one you choosing?
Anything to keep you happy.
Yeah, it's such a good track, dude. It's so
It's
good.
so good. I actually put it on there 3 times, 4 times. I mean,
All right, and the rock stuff. That's Toxic Lips and Rise Up. I think I know your answer to this one.
rise up.
Really? That's a shocker. Okay, I agree with it.
I listen. I love Toxic Lips. I really do. But once they hear Rise Up, I did something that I never thought I would do.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's good shit on there. It's good shit. The rap ones, which include it's cut off here. Run It, Against All Odds, 24/7, Nuff Said, Bonkers, Rhythm slash Unknown.
What were the other two? I'm so sorry.
The last two?
No, the first two. The
Uh,
last ones. I mean,
Run It, Against All
Run It.
Odds, 24/7, Nuff Said, Bonkers.
Oh, you motherfucker! This is the hard one. Run It, bro. Run It. That that that's a fucking hit.
That instrumental
Against
is
all odds.
crazy.
That's a fucking hit.
Our verses are crazy.
Bonkers. That's actually crazy.
Uh huh.
Literally insane.
Yeah, some of the shit we say in that.
I did say that my favorite song off this album is Bonkers. So I will have to go Bonkers. But I think a close second would still have to be against no. Yes, against all odds.
Yeah,
I like that one
I
a lot.
remember that was one of the first tracks we wrote after Scenario, to where we had this idea to where we were like, man, we want to make a project. And it was one of these things because, like, I feel like both of us in our heads were thinking, oh, we're thinking about this, but it's probably just going to end up dropped again. And hell, that was like 6 months ago.
Yes.
I mean, altogether, we've been working on it for like 3 years, considering the songs that we've worked on. But the album itself, we've had this idea for like 6 months. Oh, we went out and shot the album cover. Was that last month, or was that 2 months ago?
But
That we shot the album cover.
album cover was in April.
Right. So, what do you think? Okay, this is gonna be a little bit of a closer, probably like last like 20 minutes or so. What do you think is gonna become of Kid Curves after this album?
Like what's gonna be after?
Yeah, what's gonna be after for you?
Um so since you're basically taking a hiatus,
Right. I'll talk about that in a second.
I don't know. I personally don't know what you're gonna do if you're actually gonna, take a break or just like record some singles or something.
So I'll let you get back to that in a second. I feel like what I'm gonna do is release the singles that I want to release before I feel like I'm entirely gonna drop the Great GW, and I know that's a crazy thing to think because that's like my whole brand, but I feel like that's what I'm gonna do. I feel like there's like 3 singles I want to release. I want to release "Save You." It has my buddy Trevor on it. I want to release at least one song I finished from Philophobia called Gaslight, and I want to release a song called Goodbye for Now, which will kind of be basically explaining like what I'm doing, where I'm going, why I'm doing it, and when, or honestly, if I'll be back. But back to you. What are you planning on doing after this?
After this, I'm going to take a. I am going to take a couple weeks off
I feel like
to
that's
start
warranted.
working on. Well, yeah, and I'm during that I am going to start working on my freshman album.
Okay. Can we know a name yet or no?
Um, so I already have the name.
Mm-hmm.
I already have the album cover.
Rock on.
I already have the names for. I basically already have the track list. I'm
All
gonna add a
right.
couple more songs to it. I can give you a hint.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and your hint is what is the one thing that you I'm gonna try to reset. I'm gonna try to reset this. Like, what is? I guarantee you'll figure it out in like the next 10 seconds. But
Mm.
what is the? God, I can't even think right now. Geez, sorry, I'm tired.
You're all good.
Like it's 4 o'clock in the morning.
It's only 3:30.
Gosh, like here's your hint.
Mm-hmm.
Some people always listen to other critics, but you don't listen to what?
You cut out
You
there.
always
What?
listen to other people. You
Okay.
always listen to other people, but you don't listen to what?
Yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
But what's
Okay.
coming? But so if we're talking about yourself,
Uh-huh.
you're listening to other people. Like you're like the key word is listen.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're listening to other person that is like you're listening to their like words coming out of their mouth. You're not listening to your.
Right, and I feel like that has to do with the whole us trying to be musicians in high school thing. We've heard these people tell us what we are and what we should be and what we sound like or whatever, and I feel like it's taken us a while to finally like see that that doesn't matter and like we should only focus on what we think we should do, what we think we are, what we think we should make.
Exactly.
Mm. Okay. Okay, so me, I'm Elijah. I'm GW on this collab album. I made a
Hi
post.
Elijah.
I made a post. I'm not gonna play the audio because bull, but I made a post a few days ago. Okay, yeah, don't play sound. Okay, so it says it doesn't even say what it was. So I'm gonna be taking an indefinite hiatus from music for both my mental health and also the quality of music that I want to do. If you listen to my last album, Not So Great LGW, you can tell I like doing heavier shit, and I want to start doing that full time. But I also don't want to be restricted to just like instrumentals that I find. I want to be able to make my own. That's why I got the guitar that is shown here. It is goddamn beautiful. I picked that gradient myself. And I just started learning how to play it yesterday, and I'm planning on actually going all the way and actually like making music out of this because that's what I want to do. I had a friend talk to me, and I mean, he told me straight up. I mean, he's not sugarcoating it or anything. He told me that I'm doing it the cheap way, and I'm like, well, fuck, he's right. So with that in mind, I took what I had, put money towards a guitar, and I'm gonna actually try and learn it. And that is where I'm going to be for the next, like, fuck, I don't know when I'm gonna release another album. I don't even think it's gonna be under the GW name. Like I think I'm gonna try and put together a band. But if all else fails, I mean, GW will always be on all platforms, so I could always go back to that. But as of right now, I'm planning on taking a step back from this persona and working on something heavier. Anything you want to add with that?
No.
Nothing at all? All right. So I feel like with that, I feel like that should be the end of that. I appreciate you guys for watching and listening. If you did, Wyatt, plug the album for us real quick.
It might sound cliche, but June 20th.
And June 20th, what happens?
Our official
Odin Val.
debut collab album drops. June
Oh,
20th,
yeah.
2025.
And what's out now for single?
24/7.
I'm the devil in the sky, in this booth to be crucified. And I keep watching, ain't no stopping. Yeah, I'm the whisper in the static, I'm the crack up in your wake. Ay, 20
And with that, I feel like we're gonna end there. Oh, thank you for joining me, Wyatt. Kid Kurves.
Oh, great. My government name's out there. I feel so happy.
I've said your name like 8 times.
Oh, I feel so happy.
I appreciate you joining us.